Ishta Gusti Vichara Kari Nakari Harusa Shastra Diste Kahi Kinche Nai Hadesha. Translation. Or is anyone translating in Hindi? Or you are Englishman? Okay. Translation. The Bhattacharya said, we are just having a discussion among friends and considering the points described in the scriptures. Do not become angry. I am simply speaking on the strength of the Shastras. Please don't take any offense. Text number 94. Moho Bhagavata Hava Chaitanya Kusan Translation to text number 94. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is certainly a great uncommon devotee, but we cannot accept him as an incarnation of Lord Vishnu because, according to Shastra, there is no incarnation in this age of Kali. Text number 95. Ataeva Triyuga Karina Vishnu Kali-yuga avatarana Sasvagyana. Translation to text number 95. Another name for Lord Vishnu is Triyuga because there is no incarnation of Lord Vishnu in Kali-yuga. Indeed, this is the Vedic of revealed scriptures. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, is known as Triyuga, which means that he is manifest in three yugas. However, this means that in the age of Kali, the Lord appears not directly, but in disguise. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7 Canto, chapter 9, verse number 38. Itam nirtirya drishidesha jana sa tavatarai lokan vibhavarasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharmam mahapurusha pasu yugano vishyam tana kalu yat abhava yuga ata sa. My Lord, you kill all the enemies of the world in your multifarious incarnations, in the families of man, animals, demigods, rishis, and aquatics, and so on. Thus, you illuminate the world with transcendental knowledge. In the age of Kali, O Mahapurusha, you sometimes appear in a covered incarnation. Therefore, you are known as Triyuga, one who appears in only three yugas. Srila Swami has also verified that Lord Vishnu appears in the age of Kali, but not acts as he does in other ages. Lord Vishnu incarnates for two purposes: Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Pratistham. That is, he comes to engage in pastimes with his devotees and to annihilate the demons. These purposes are visible in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, the Lord appears disguised. He does not directly kill demons and give protection to the faithful. Because the Lord is not directly perceived in Kali Yuga, but is indirectly known in other three yugas. His name is Triyuga. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjanastalakaya Chakshuramitam Vedam Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadita Dadada Shivasari Gopra Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. So the appearance of Lord Chaitanya is also mentioned in the indirectly mentioned in the 11th canto, chapter 5, verse number 32, which is very known to us. Says that Krishna Varnam, Krishna Krishnam, Sango Pango Asta, Prasadam, Yajai, Sankirtanam, Prayayir, Yajanti Hi, Su In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead who constantly sing the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Purport. This is Prabhupada's purport that's being used in this canto. This same verse is quoted by Krishnadas Kaviraj in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 3, verse 52. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has given the following commentary on this verse. This text from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 Canto, chapter 5, verse number 32, Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this verse in his commentary on the Bhagavatam known as the Kama Sandarbha, wherein he says that Lord Krishna also appears with a golden complexion. That golden Lord Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, who is worshipped by intelligent men in this age. That is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who says that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in 3 other colors, red, white, and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexion in the Satya-yuga, Satya and Treta ages, respectively. He did not exhibit the remaining color, yellow or gold, until he appeared as Lord Chaitanya, who is known as Gaurahari. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna Varnam means Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he always engages in describing Krishna and thus enjoying transcendental bliss. Chanting and remembering his name and form, Lord Krishna himself appears as Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. Varnayati means utter or describe. Lord Chaitanya always chants the holy name of Krishna and describes it also. And because he is Krishna himself, however, whoever meets him will automatically chant the holy name of Krishna and later describe it to others. He injects one with transcendental Krishna consciousness, which merges the chanter in transcendental bliss. In all respects, therefore, he appears before everyone as Krishna, either by personal or by sound. Simply by seeing Lord Chaitanya, one at once remembers Lord Krishna. One may therefore accept him as Vishnu Tattva. In other words, Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself. Sango Pangastra prasadam further indicates that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. His body is always decorated with ornaments of sandalwood and with sandalwood paste. By his super excellent beauty, he subdues all the people of the age. In other words, in other descents, the Lord sometimes used the weapons to defeat the demons. But in this age, the Lord subdues them with his all-attractive figure as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that his beauty is his astra, or weapon, to subdue the demons because he is all attractive. It is to be understood that all the demigods live with him as his companion. His acts were uncommon and his associates wonderful. When he propagated the Sankirtan movement, he attracted many great scholars and acharyas, especially in Bengal and Orissa. Lord Chaitanya is always accompanied by his best associates like Lord Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, and Shivas. Srila Jiva Goswami cites a verse from the Vedic literature that says there is no necessity of performing sacrificial demonstrations or ceremonial functions. He comments that instead of engaging in such external pompous exhibitions, all people, regardless of caste, color, or creed, can assemble together and chant Hare Krishna to worship Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam Krishna Krishnam indicate prominent, that prominence should be given to the name Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught Krishna consciousness and chanted the name of Krishna. Therefore, to worship Lord Chaitanya, everyone should together chant the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. To propagate worship in churches, temples, or mosques is not possible because people have lost interest in that. But anywhere and everywhere, people can chant Hare Krishna. Thus, worshipping Lord Chaitanya, they can perform the highest activity and fulfill the highest religious purpose of satisfying the Supreme Lord. Shirasava Bhoma Bhattacharya, a famous disciple of Lord Chaitanya, said, the principle of transcendental devotional service having been lost, Sri Chaitanya has appeared to deliver again the process of devotion. He is so kind that he is distributing love of Krishna. Everyone should be attracted more and more to his lotus feet as humming bees are attracted to a lotus flower. The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also described in Sri Vishnu Sahasranam, which appears in chapter 189 of Dana Dharma Parva of Mahabharata. Srila Jiva Goswami has quoted this reference as follows: Suvarna Varno Himango Varangas Chandana Vadi. In his early pastimes, he appears as a householder with golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful, and his body smeared with the pulp of sandalwood seems like molten gold. he has also quoted Sanasakrit Dharma Santu Nishta Shanti Parayana. In his later pastimes, he accepts sannyas order, and he is equable and peaceful. He is the highest abode of peace and devotion, for he silences the impersonalist non-devotee. Om Magyanati Nirandasya Vyajana Salaka Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Vyadvaita Gadada Shivasari Guru Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So here we are hearing the discussion between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Gopinathacharya about the nature of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Bhattacharya, he was a logician. Even though he became a devotee, he was still not convinced that Mahaprabhu was an avatar of the Supreme Personality of God. So in logic, they look at how information, flow from different premises and thus come to conclusion. Whereas those who have bhakti, they are convinced by the symptoms that displays the bhakti of the Supreme Personality of God. So it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, he changed India in 4 ways. One way of changing the situation of India is that he defeated many scholars who were impersonalistic during his time. One of them was Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And another way Mahaprabhu changed the face of India is that he rejected the Hindu caste system and accepted many devotees like Haridas, Raghunath, Rupa, Sanatan, who were rejected by society on the basis that he felt that he didn't belong to any caste or any system. So another way Mahaprabhu changed the face of India is that he mounted civil disobedience movement and challenged the leaders this time like Chand Kazi. And then the fourth way Mahaprabhu changed the face of India is that he inaugurated the Sankirtana movement, which due to its universal appeals is now drowning this entire planet. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu K. Srila Prabhupada K. So therefore Srila Prabhupada said, if you want to be a good devotee, you should study Mahaprabhu as a devotee, because he is an exemplar of how to be a good devotee. He teaches by example. He propagated the holy name, but he took the Harinam party village to village himself. So in that way, Mahaprabhu, because of his display of devotion, some personalities could not understand that he was the incarnation of Krishna. Just like there was a leper called Vasudeva. Vasudeva was in a severe condition. So he had a desire to meet Mahaprabhu with a hope that he will get some mercy. Finally, Mahaprabhu, of course, Mahaprabhu is Krishna, he could understand that this devotee was panning in a desire to meet him. Mahaprabhu made himself available. So, not that he gave him the darshan, but he embraced Vasudeva the leper. Upon being embraced by Mahaprabhu, Vasudeva regained his good health. He became beautiful like a Gandharva. So one Muslim ruler, when he had this story that this Chaitanya embraced the leper, he said he must be God. No one can embrace a leper. So even such a person could understand that Mahaprabhu, he must be God, because no one. People can treat a leper, but no one embraces a leper. So that way, this is how we can understand Mahaprabhu by his activities, his display of compassion and mercy. So there are so many instances that where Mahaprabhu displayed. And in that way, he blessed so many fortunate souls. So when we study Chaitanya Charitamrita and observe the activities of Mahaprabhu, we can understand that he is an avatar between them, just by his activities. Like, for example, Mahaprabhu was traveling in Vrindavan with one devotee called, what is his name? Bhattacharya. Huh? What is his name? Huh? Yes. He was traveling with one brahmachari. So sometimes Mahaprabhu will be ecstatic and faint. At some place he lost consciousness. He was just lying down there. This devotee was just waiting for him to come to external consciousness. And then the Muslim police came. They thought this brahmachari had kind of like drugged him so that he can lose consciousness and be robbed. They wanted to arrest these devotees who were with Mahaprabhu. But fortunately, Mahaprabhu came to external consciousness. He said, no, these are my friends. They're not robbing me. But I have I'm epileptic. Sometimes I just collapse because of epilepsy. So on that way, these Muslims became very attracted. And Mahaprabhu engaged them and he converted them. Just by looking at his figure, his molten gold figure, long arms, they became attracted, these Muslims. So that way, Mahaprabhu blessed so many fortunate and unfortunate souls in this kingdom. Therefore, we found this beautiful prayer in Chaitanya Charitamrita, same Adi Lila, chapter 10, verse number 7. Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prema Ama Mamarataropiya. That I offer my respect, I offer my obeisances to all the dear devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I also offer my respect to all other devotees of Mahaprabhu who are the branches of Mahaprabhu, who is the original tree of love of God, eternal tree of love of God. And then I offer my obeisances to those who are distributing the fruit of Krishna Prema from the tree of Mahaprabhu. In that way, Krishnadas Kaviraj acknowledges all the devotees of Mahaprabhu. Those who are closer to him, like Nityananda Prabhu, Srinivas, Advaita Acharya, but he acknowledges also those who are preaching the message of Mahaprabhu. Who can be better than Srila Prabhupada? Once in Bangladesh, there was there were some devotees descending from Gopal Bhatta Swami who went to Bangladesh and opened a temple. But the temple was discreet, was built like a mosque. When you enter the temple, you don't see the altar, you just see walls. But the devotees made it like that so that they can avoid trouble. So some devotees, ISKCON devotees, one of my friends, he went with devotees from Mayapur to Bangladesh. He is a white South African devotee. So when they came to Bangladesh, he was just roaming around, just visiting different temples. He came to this temple of the descendants of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. They had nice shaligrams in the altar, which were given by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So this devotee, he became attracted. He told the Pujari, I would like to have one of the shaligrams. I think it's ISKCON devotees. So how can you ask that for? The shaligrams that we are worshipping in the altar. So he said, anyway, we will ask our Acharya. So the Acharya was there. They said there's this white-bodied devotee who's asking for our temple shaligram, a white-bodied Vaishnava. He never heard of it. He never seen any white person. White man. And then the Acharya came to meet this ISKCON devotee. And he asked him, I used to hear the statement of Mahaprabhu that the Harinam Sankirtana will spread all over the world and people in different countries will be chanting Narasimha. But I never thought it will happen in this life, in my life. Who has done this? Who has made it? So this devotee explained that Prabhupada came to America, and from America he went around the world preaching. As a result, he also became a devotee. So this Acharya, he lamented when he heard that Prabhupada had passed away. He said, I wish I'd taken the dust from you. Srila Prabhupada came. So Srila Prabhupada, he was one of the most special representative of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the Acharya had never seen a devotee from the West. They said, this person must be very good. I wish I had met him. I would have taken the card. So in that way, Srila Prabhupada is one of those branches that are still distributing the message of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And of course, this is the month where we distribute Prabhupada's book profusely and in line with Mahaprabhu's mission of spreading Krishna consciousness to all people. So ISKCON devotees are doing that, following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. So these ISKCON devotees are part of those branches that are distributing the fruits of Bhakti from the original tree, of Prema, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that way, all the ISKCON devotees have the blessings of Krishna Das, Maharaj Prasad. And they are doing wonderful seva, right to the thing, the holy name, and the book which teaches about the holy name. Harinam Sankirtana Yagya Ke, Chikoranga Mahaprabhu Ke, Srila Prabhupada Ke. Okay, I'll back to stop here and see if you have any questions or suggestions. I'm just here doing daily parikrama and just taking lessons from all of you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much for this short and sweet lecture. Maharaj, my question is that as you are very much exemplary for us, that you travel all over the world and so fearlessly you are preaching. So same thing, how can we become determined in the spiritual life?
How can you become determined in spiritual life? That's a very good question. I think I'm getting this question all over India. We can become determined if we read Prabhupada's life in Lilamrita. If we read Lilamrita, not when Prabhupada was successful, but during the time when he took the Jal Dut and went to America, and when he was living in the Bowery with the hippies preaching, those pastimes of Prabhupada can increase our determination. Yeah. He is an example of someone with great determination. Read Prabhupada. Prabhupada was very, very determined. Was very determined. Like when you read, this time Prabhupada was in Mumbai, which is called Bombay. There was this Dr. Patel who used to work with Prabhupada in Mumbai. He used to always discourage Prabhupada. You cannot collect money in India. You must bring money from America. Prabhupada would say, why are you trying to discourage me? I can collect money. This is the commercial capital of India, Mumbai. Why are you saying I cannot raise money in Mumbai? So Prabhupada was determined. Yeah. Even in America, there were so many obstacles. But Prabhupada was always determined. So we can become determined also if we read Prabhupada's Lilamrita, and that can inspire us and determine. Determination also depends on our situation. Our situation may differ. Just like us who preach outside of India, you have to have great determination because Maya there is open, it's not covered. To be a brahmachari in London, to be a brahmachari in New York, in Paris is unlike being a brahmachari in Delhi. There you are facing the mouth of a crocodile. Yes. Yeah, it's nice. Yes. Everyone says namaskar when he says brahmachari. I was just telling the devotees yesterday that one marathon when I was in England, we used to go out many, many funny places. We were just distributing books like mad. I stopped this young man. I gave him the Bhagavad Gita. Because you have to do things very fast because they are moving very fast in the West. It's not like Shanti, Namaskar, and then someone talk. No. Excuse me, sir, he's moving. Quickly, quickly, tell me, what are you saying? That he's moving, he doesn't stop. So then he grabbed the Bhagavad Gita from me. And then he used it to hit me on my face. Bang! With the same Bhagavad Gita. I was thinking, wow, okay. It's Krishna's blessing, man. You didn't get that in India. So that way, Determination is required more and more outside of India because we are tested day in and day out. We are preaching in more challenging. Yeah. So if you want to increase your determination, go and do Sankirtan in New York for 2 months. Doing Sankirtan in Delhi will just be like, Diwali. Yes. It'll be easy. That's another way of increasing your determination. That you try to work in most challenging situations. Then when you come to Delhi, it will be Diwali. Preaching in Delhi will become like Diwali. Okay? You try that also. You just go out some Western countries, go to London, and do books there. That will increase your determination. Because
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Here, Sarvam Bhattacharya is saying, Atev Triyuga Kari Kahi Vishnu Nam. Vishnu's name is Triyuga. Kali-yuga avatar nahi Shastra Gyan. So, Sarvam Bhattacharya concludes that in Kali-yuga there is no avatar because Vishnu, one of the name of Vishnu is Triyuga. So here Prabhupada cites the verse Channah Kalo Yad Bhavat Triyugot Satvam. So Prahlad Maharaj is glorifying Lord Narasimha Dev, and he says Channah Kalo, that you are in Kali Yuga Channa. You are covered. You cover yourself so that nobody can understand you. Therefore you are called Triyuga. So in 3 yugas, in Dwapar and Treta and Satyug, in 3 yugas, the Lord reveals himself, his glory, his activities reveals, but in Kali Yuga, he covers himself, he hides himself, Channa Kalo. So Lord Chaitanya is Chan Avatar, because if somebody glorifies him as the Lord, then he closes his ears, he says Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. So Lord Chaitanya is always hiding himself. But sometimes he reveals himself among his devotees, but he instructs them that don't disclose these glories to outsiders. So in the company of devotees, Lord Chaitanya reveals himself. But the outsiders know him as a son of Jagannath Mishra, like this. So this is Channa Avatar. And also in Kali Yuga, it is said Kali Kale Nam Roop Krishna Avatar. The incarnation of Krishna is in Kali Yuga in the form of name, holy name, the sound vibration. So Prabhupada saved so many the fallen souls by the sound vibrations of the holy name. Even those who are, say, Nastikas, the atheist class of people, so they are also chanting the holy name only and just sound vibration. If they don't believe there is any form of the Lord, they think there is no God. So like that. But if they chant this Harinam, the holy name, they are also purified and they also come as Vaishnavas. So Kali Kale Nam Roop Krishna Avatar. And in Kali Yuga, Archa Avatar also there in the form of deities. So deities, like Gopal deities, he gave a dream to Madhavendra Puri. I am hidden in this bush, and you disclose me, you install me on the Govardhan hill. So he instructed Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri found the Gopal deity was there. So in this way, Archa Avatar in form of deity, the Lord placed so many pastimes with devotees and gave instructions how to serve the deity. So in this way, the Lord is in the form of Archa Vigraha. Lord is in the form of holy name. So sometimes we are instructed that if you don't meditate on the form of the Lord, just hear the sound vibration of the holy name. So this is also purifying. In this way, there is everybody can get the association of the Lord in the form of the deities and also in the form of the holy name. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes,
Hare Bol.
Guru.
Hare Krishna Maharaj ji, thank you for wonderful, very short class. So my question is, Maharaj, how to improve our chanting, because every day we hear, but again the quality of chanting is not.
Yes, it takes practice. Generally, we are under the three modes, Rajagun, Tamagun, and Sattvagun. So the modes sometimes are strong, sometimes the mode of passion is more prominent, sometimes ignorance is more prominent, sometimes Sattvagun. So we need to train ourselves how to chant. Don't sit on comfortable cushions. Don't lean against a sofa like this, because that will invite Nidra Devi, sleep. We need to always be in a situation where we can avoid sleeping. The best way of chanting is that which is recommended by Prabhupada. He said, we should chant while at the same time listening to our chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should hear our chanting. Yes. But if we don't have attentiveness, we do not hear, and then our mind just go, from Delhi to Mumbai to New York to London, and then come back after many minutes. So to control the mind, Prabhupada said we should hear our chanting. We chant, but we hear. You understand? Yes. We should train ourselves to chant and hear, and that will help us to stay awake and not get lost in the modes of material nature. It takes a while, but in the good old days, that's how we were trained as bhaktas. We will sit in a cycle. The bhakta leader will be in the midst. He will check who's falling asleep, who's not pronouncing the mantra clear. And then after some time, it just comes natural. Yes. So by practice, and then we can become steady in our chanting. Is that okay?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Or in future, you can join our Japa seminars. I do Japa seminars for university students. We go for retreats to do the same thing, to chant and hear proper. Yeah, at least for 30 minutes. Yes, we practice. And then once you get used to it, and then it comes natural. When you are inattentive, you will tell, because you are listening to the mantra. Yes. Even when the mind goes away, it's easy to bring it back because you are listening to the mantra. And then you tell, no, my mind was not listening. Your mind has gone to Delhi. My mind is gone to Mumbai. And then you always bring it back. to listen to the mantra. Yes. It takes practice.
Yes, there is one question. Some online devotees, they ask this question. To please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to preach. But when we are in Grihastha household life, we have so much responsibilities. Taking care of kids, professional life and household work, etc. So we don't get sufficient time and feeling guilty. So what we should do to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada?
Grihasthas also are preaching. It's just that some of them are very busy. But the Grihasthas are preaching. This movement is for everyone. In the beginning, the Grihasthas like Samasunda and many others, they are the ones that opened ISKCON temples. But nowadays, Grihasthas, of course, they are working. But they can preach, they can take books to their offices, they can give books to their colleagues and invite their colleagues to come and take prasadam at home. Yes, that is preaching. There are different ways of preaching. Even just by inviting your friends to take prasadam at home, and while taking prasadam, you can discuss something about Krishna consciousness. You can give them books. Yes. Grihastha ashram is also preaching, because if you take care of children nicely, if they become devotees, that is a contribution to Mahaprabhu's mission. So Prabhupada said for Grihasthas in early days, their first duty is to take care of children and to make sure that those children are becoming devotees of Krishna. So that is preaching also. Teaching children to chant, teaching children to worship deities is preaching. So there are many ways of preaching also in Grihastha life. It's not just about going out, but in the house also there can be some preaching programs, inviting people in the neighborhood, inviting relatives. Yes, there's some preaching also that can be done without going out. I was not married. I have no experience. I'm just taking what Prabhupada said. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yes, they can preach in a smaller way. Make some prasadam, invite the neighbors, give them prasadam, engage them in chanting the holy name. Also, training children is also preaching, because we are making devotees right at home. Yes, if those children become devotees, that will be a contribution to Mahaprabhu. Okay.
Maharaj, this is not my question, but this is question of this Yognath Prabhuji. As this is the period of Gita Jayanti marathon, so how we can be more enthusiastic for distributing Srila Prabhupada books?
Please repeat. I didn't hear the beginning.
As this is the time for Gita Jayanti marathon, so
Okay.
how we can distribute Srila Prabhupada books enthusiastically?
Or you want me to ask Lord Chaitanya to bless you so that you can distribute books? Okay. I will speak to him and tell him to shower more mercy here in Delhi so that you can win the marathon. Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, thank you. Any other question?
हरे कृष्ण महाराज। महाराज मैं इंग्लिश में महाराज आपने बताया कि प्रसाद के लिए कोई बाहर से आदमी है उसको प्रसाद दें, बट जो यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं और प्रसाद पा रहे हैं उनमें क्यों सुधार, मतलब मैं अपने को देख रहा हूँ तो सुधार क्यों नहीं आ रहा है हमारे अंदर?
मैं हिंदी नहीं जानता।
Maharaj, he is saying that you are saying that we should invite the people and engage them in eating prasadam.
Yes.
So he is saying that we are eating prasadam in temple, so no change is coming.
Oh, no change after eating prasadam. When some early couple got married in ISKCON, Prabhupada, they came to Prabhupada. One couple came to Prabhupada and said, what should be our duties now that we are married? Prabhupada said, after cooking at home, you should go outside and announce, if there's anyone hungry in this area, please come and join us. We have just offered prasadam to Krishna. So this couple didn't understand. And they went to Prabhupada again. They thought Prabhupada misunderstood them. Prabhupada said the same thing. That is one of the 5 yagyas for Grihastha, to offer prasadam. To offer prasadam. That is cooked. Also, when they say sadhus come around, you can give them rice, kata, and another yagya is that you hear Bhagavad Kata from sadhus, and then another yagya for Grihastha is to do fire yagya, to worship the devas or to appease the devas, and then another yagya is the yagya that is done to benefit departed souls in that family. That being the family. But not us in ISKCON, but that's just a Vedic system. So in ISKCON, we don't do those yagyas. Our yagya is Harinam Sankirtana. Yes, for everyone. So if you say you offer prasadam, you take prasadam, but you don't feel purified, you may have to learn from the pujaris there how to offer that prasadam in such a way that it is accepted by Krishna. It will purify you. Maybe it's not offered proper. That's why maybe Krishna doesn't accept. So you should consult the pujaris here. They will teach you how to offer with love and devotion so that Krishna will accept your offering. So when it is accepted by Krishna, it will have potency. So Prabhupada, when he came to temples, he used to go around. One thing that he did, he would go around like this in the morning. He was observing the cleanliness of the temple like that. Another thing that Prabhupada did, he used to send his secretary or servant to go to the deity department and get Mahaprasad. And then he would taste this prasadam. If it was not offered with bhakti, he could tell. Yes. So that's very important. The bhakti of the devotee will be tested in the offerings that he offers to the Lord. So the prasadam that is being accepted by the Lord will have potency, will have effect in us. Yes. So if it's offered proper, Krishna is accepting, that prasadam will cure our material disease, will increase our taste for Krishna consciousness. It's very simple. That's why I said before, we should look into Prabhupada, how he did things. Prabhupada was one old man. He went to America. He used to make prasadam. There was a prasadam that he used to make. One was ISKCON bullets, gulab jamun. He used to make a big jar of ISKCON bullets or gulab jamun. Keep them there near the entrance so that anyone can take. Yes. But the secret was that these gulab jamun, they shot Maya away from those people. And in the end, they became devotees. Yes. Because Prabhupada used to prepare every item with such bhakti. Yes. So we can learn from the pujaris how to prepare prasadam proper, such a way that it will be accepted by the deities, and then it will have that potency. So that is how Prabhupada spread this movement. The holy name and prasad. Those were two weapons that he used to purify those young people that he was preaching. And these weapons are still working even today. Like when we were celebrating Prabhupada's 100 years in the 1990s, 95, 96. So I was part of the team that was inviting government people, and then we will give them first class prasadam. So one minister, he was a minister of welfare, and he is a prince from the royal family. After eating, he told me, Mr. Das, I don't want to wash my hands. I said, why? He said, this prasadam is so good, I want to take a smell to my family. This is just a big government people. I thought he was joking. 2 weeks later, he sent his 2 princesses to come and learn from us. You understand? That's a powerful prasadam. This is a big government person. So if it's offered proper, is accepted by Krishna, it will have that potency. Yes. I've seen this in my preaching. That some people were just mesmerized by the prasadam that we offered them. And I also experienced that when I was working. I used to come for the Sunday feast. And the devotees would serve us samosas, kheer, halwa. It was heavenly taste. I had never tasted something like it. So that way prasadam is powerful. If it's prepared nicely, it really can attract conditioned souls. I had that experience when I first came to ISKCON. Everything was like out of this world. We just learn from the pujaris how to prepare and offer nicely, and prasadam will work. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Narasimha Swami Maharaj, JK.